Welcome to the IME Community Podcast, where self-love is your superpower to achieve your weight and life goals and make your mark in the world. Your host is Dr. Carla, activist, MD. If you're a teen who's looking to revolutionize your health and can't wait to follow your dreams, welcome to the IME Community.
To another IME Community Radio Blast. This is Dr. Carla, activist MD. I'm owning it. Woo! Public radio nerd. On the way to drop my son off at high school. 4th day of high school for him. Awesome. I heard ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, Don't Bring Me Down. That is the song of the day, written in 1979, or at least that's when it came out. 1979. Don't bring me down, 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 down. I tell you once more before I get off the floor. Don't bring me down, 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 down. So diet culture, don't bring me down. Diet culture, don't bring us down. Okay? How can we separate ourselves from diet culture? How can we reject it? And so I talk about that a lot, especially in my 10 steps to self-trust eating. That's the first step, reject diet culture. But that's more simple to just say that than to actually do it, right? What does it actually mean to reject diet culture? Don't bring me down, down, and to not let it bring us down when we have been inculcated. I don't know, is that a word? It's been like how we have been taught how things should be. We should be on again, off again. It's kind of restrictive, it's external, it's outside of ourselves. Any changes in eating should be related to how we want our bodies to change on the scale. And our happiness, we've been taught, is based on a number on the scale. And diet culture, diets, and diet companies design diets to be successful while you're on them. So a diet would be like a short-term fixed outcome, and you're going to get a result because usually what you're going to do, what they tell you to do, is restrict your calories, count your calories, and go low fat, which is totally off base and wrong. We need to challenge that. Don't bring me down with your crap, low fat, low calorie restriction diets. Don't bring me down. Okay. So we've been taught that. That is a recipe for failure. Notice how I put recipe in there as we're talking about food. Okay. Because what happens is you lose weight, you're on a diet, it's a short-term outcome. So yeah, you're going to get results. And then you're going to go off of it. And then there's a lot of, those of us who have over desire for food, I know, because I was clinically obese, okay, I know what over desire for food is. Causes us to overeat, causes us to have lots of urges and cravings. We don't have the mind management. We haven't learned all these coaching skills to allow our emotions, or even feel like we have permission as a human being to be existing with all the whole gamut of human emotions that we have. So we're taught something's wrong, so we buffer with food, and then our brains are conditioned to the sugary foods and the dopamine zings that we get that false reward. I've talked about this so many times, okay? But we have to learn it a lot, time and time again, okay? So what happens is we have so much desire. The desire becomes even more when you're on a diet and you're restricting, and it's just about the food and tracking and restrictive and punitive and negativity, and it evokes negative emotion activation. I've talked about this before too. And so then we go off of those, and then so we're on our own, and then we get into like the indulgence. So we indulge and we have more of our desire, and then our weight set point goes even higher than when we were before we even started on that diet. Okay? It's why diets don't work. So then you think, oh, the problem is me. And that's how all these companies market. It's like built-in shame, built-in failure. Okay, I'm broken. When I was on that, I was getting the results that I wanted and that were promised. So I need to go back on it. So it's just like a business model, right? I mean, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a social entrepreneur, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I mean, it's the same thing, right? So what they do is they create a business model that just perpetuates itself, is how diet culture is. Same thing with the food addiction business model. The food companies were taken over by big tobacco, and they created the same addiction business model. But with food, they're able to market. I mean, we had some limitations with marketing to kids with tobacco, and there were some in the past regulations regarding marketing of food to children, but then those are uplifted. And so then children are just this market, and teens too are just this market. So you're just a commodity, okay, to the food companies. And they've been super successful with it because even just the ads cause cueing and stimulate those parts of our brain that get those kind of dopamine hits. So it just creates that desire for those foods. And then you bug the crap out of your parents to buy it. Or you say, oh, we don't have anything good in this house. And your parents like, I just went to the store. Like, I live at our local Hy-Vee, I feel like, every day. I was like, yesterday I was there stocking up, spent over $200. And then I'm like, I'll probably see you tomorrow. Because I guarantee that my kids will be like, we don't have any food. But I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, you know how it goes. Okay, so diets don't work for that reason. A diet is just a short term, you get an expected outcome, but it's not for permanent like health changes, okay? Don't bring me down, diets, 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 diets. And then that part of that song is really funny, and my husband thought it was Bruce, and maybe it is, I don't know. And I can roll my R's, which is a good thing. I don't know Spanish. I wish I did. I took German, but I can roll my R's. In case I ever learn, I'm going to be really sad. Okay. So this is why we don't want to go on diets. They bring us down. It's IME Community is not a diet. We're going to reject diet culture, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. We need the support of a community of other teens going through it. If you want to help co-create that, we're making our mark in the world. I just had my daughter, Audrey, do some research for me. She's awesome at doing this. She helped me with other research and TikTok videos I've done, and she does debate, so she knows how to like respond to the questions that I get on TikTok. Anyway, I was like, Audrey, I want you to get me some research on social media marketing to teens, junk food. And because I really wasn't finding anything specifically about that. Because I'm like, we can look at the TV marketing, but teens aren't really on TV. And social media is so much of a different bird. And each teen, each of you isn't your own individual. And so you're not looking or consuming the same, platforms. And so it's different for everybody, right? And so anyway, she did some research, and we'll be writing that up, which is really cool. And we're learning a lot about like how specifically these companies market and target teens. And to be honest, that's kind of creepy. So don't bring me down with your crappy food marketing, okay? All right, so join the community because it's an awesome opportunity to create a different path, to reject diet culture, to become internally motivated, to have the power of choice so that you can have the knowledge and you decide. And you can make a small change and be consistent with it, and you choose it, and it'll make all the difference in the world, okay? And so let me help you reach your health and weight goals, because you deserve a healthy life and you are worthy of a healthy life. And you can reach your big magic dream life too, and you'll learn all the tools. So anyway, it's life coaching, it's weight coaching, it's dream coaching. Let's go. All right, so don't bring me down, diet culture. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in to the IME Community Podcast, where self-love is your superpower. The content of this podcast represents the opinions of Dr. Carla Lester and is not intended as, and shall not be understood as, a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The opinions shared reflect the host and guest and do not represent an organization or medical group. Always seek the advice of your physician or therapist if you have concerns about your health. And please, like and subscribe to the IME Community Podcast. Share IME with your friends and go to imecommunity.com to join the member community. Don't forget to follow IME on social.